tonight's English meeting, we are with Julio. Julio is one of our English students, and Julio have been studying English with us at least for 5 months right away. He is developed so fast. I'm really proud about his development, his improvements on his English. Now it's time to continue our conversation. We were having a class before, but now it's time just to have a free chat. Have a free chat. So we were discussing here about a story that told you, teach you, or let's use the right word, that taught you good information or some good information about the Statue of Liberty. Now, Julio, let me know. Did you know those informations that we studied before here regarding to Statue of Liberty? Did you know all those informations?
Yeah, this story a simple story for a girl. This name is Claire. And this story so many and is very well.
But that story taught us a few things. Like I honestly must to be honest that before I read this story that we spoke about it, I didn't know that the Statue of Liberty was not built in the United States. I wasn't so into like history and things like that. But now tell us a little bit about so where the Statue of Liberty came from to the United States.
Difference
Yeah, France gave us a gift this as a gift to the United States. And why France gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States? Why?
because this order 100 celebrates of
The American,
independence
yeah,
Americans. Yeah,
American independence. That's great. You remind. That's okay. Now, explain to me how many stairs the women that we spoke in the story, Claire, had to climb until the status quo. How many is stairs? How many stairs?
for 400 stories.
400 stairs. Is that like many? Is that a lot? Or do you think that it would be easy to climb 400 stairs if you had to do it?
In my opinion, this is so a lot.
Yeah, it would be a little bit tiring, it would be
Yeah,
exhaustive to climb 400 stairs for sure. Now, you continue this topic. We discussed also about that there were a need to do for everyone that is thinking about travel to the United States and visit the Statue of Liberty. What Claire did make sure before her visit?
because she
What did she had to do, what did she had to do before her visit? What she did? She make sure to do a few. There's a
I
word,
don't remember
the
this
word
part of story.
reserve.
Reservation, yeah,
Exactly.
because the state we permitted 214 people to club every
Very
day.
good. Yes, it. Only 240 people are permitted
Yeah.
to climb it. And I even ask you things like, can you imagine if the Claire visited the Statue of Liberty? And she did not prepare. She was not prepared to that. She didn't know about the 240 people permitted to only permitted to climb the staircase. So I think that she'll get frustrated. She'll become frustrated. She'll get frustrated about her trip because I don't know how about you, but if I travel to the United States, for sure I'd like to visit the Statue of Liberty. That's just like
Yeah.
how the story describe it, the Statue of Liberty as a remember that it was
Symbol
this,
of freedom.
yeah, as a symbol of freedom, is an iconic symbol of freedom in the world. And again, we know now that it was given to the United States from France. Now, tell me about what others sites in the United States would you, if you had a chance, would like to visit? Besides the Statue of Liberty, what other place? What would be the other place you are interested in?
Okay. First time I went, I would like a visit to the Central Park because I love the parks in general. Uh, and in seconds, in my opinion, this is a square. Times Square is a interesting
Place to
local.
go.
Yeah,
Interesting place. Yeah, I'd love to visit now as well. I don't know. I always saw movies that like refers to the United States or New York with the Empire State Building as an iconic symbol. The Empire State Building is, in my opinion, a very good place, but you know, I don't think that it is so like a different thing. It's only a building, but of course, it's
yeah,
one of the most, I would say, iconic building or the oldest building. It's a very important symbol to the United States as well, especially
yeah. Don't
after the
have lots things of you made you take
Yeah,
in
there's
the
nothing much to do there. It's only like you
yeah,
go to the top, to the roof, and you can use the look at the mirror that you can see there, the looker, and take a look of New York. So, but yeah, for sure, it will be a great view. That's is for sure, without a doubt. But now, Julio, let's change the subject a little bit. So, what did you thought about today's English meeting? We just kick off our meeting speaking about a few words that you can use as a synonym to
yeah.
our English, just in order to not freeze during our conversation, to not be seeking new words or different words. And I mentioned at the beginning that how many more words you acquire in your vocabulary, better your English fluency will become. So now, tell me about today's English meeting. What do you thought? How were you feeling before join, and how are you feeling right now regarding to your English?
Okay.
Feel free.
Today I learn more words I can use often than contrast the other words because these other words are common words. It's do a beginner speaker of English.
Yeah.
Then I learn more words. I do better.
Yeah, in order to become a better English speaker, what if you be maybe if you were be asked or if you be asked sometimes, how can we become a better English speaker? What will be your answer? What do you think that the properly answer should be used here? Which answer should be the proper one? Like, what should we do to become a better speaker? In your opinion, what is the best way?
Mm, read more words, sure, but this conversation ends strange of vontade. This is so important for the other people's learning, uh, principalmente speaking of English.
The second, for sure. Just let me ask you here a few more questions. So, would you like to mention to us how was for you when you first started studying English here, when you first came here, like 5 months ago? How was your feeling about your English?
Ok, my English, como é que lembra a palavra? Eu esqueci agora. I approve my English more fast than I think because I literally enjoy in the English. I change my mind. I change my form of consume this technology and entertainment. This all do learn English more fast.
I'm sorry, I was trying to send a book here because there was a student asking me to send a book to her because she'd like to the second chapter of the book. I sent it a few days ago. It was a student from another class. But anyway, let's go ahead. So you mentioned about books, and we spoke today or earlier today. We spoke about reading books also. We were discussing that book can open our mind. Sometimes we are so attached to our gadgets, like electronic devices, like cell phones and laptops. We are so connected that we forget that there are other things that could be
Yeah.
also useful. How about English books? Have you ever tried to read an English book before? If you don't, how about an English, in other words, how about English short tests or English informations that you can find or some other way? So, have you ever tried to read any materials in English?
I read English in the social media and the videos and the reels, the Instagram, é, os tópicos, né? Eu acho que
Yeah,
fica ali embaixo.
topics. Yeah, you did.
É,
You read
tradução diz,
the caption. Yeah, the not the caption, but also you can say subtitles. Yeah, yeah.
subtitles these videos. I translate this. I trying the use logic of the in our words and and junto
Put
isso
together.
together the sound videos. I traduction these words.
You translate into
I understand
Portuguese.
this
Yeah, but now tell me, that's a great point you brought here. You mentioned that you study by watching, reading, and everything you can. That's great. That's the reason you are improving so fast. Just for people that are seeing us here, take a look about his English listening skills, guys. He's very good in his listening skills. He is able to reply the answers, reply the questions I mentioned, that I asked here, and also people came to me, how, Alex? I don't know. Maybe that's not for me because I can't do that. But no one at the beginning, no one are able to do it. We needed to develop it. This is a habit, this must become a habit. So how often, Julio, do you study English? Tell me about your I should say your personal studies routine. So tell me about what do you do, which days of the week, is that every day, not every day, why not? And tell me the time, how many times per day you do it, Explain that.
okay. Uh, from I start learning English, I don't enjoy completely in the this learn, but when I think about this, eu percebi, esqueci agora.
I
As-
notice.
I notice this. Uh, I notice this improve my English, and I need change my mind about this. And I use more times in day. Uh, and focus in the reading and focus in listen and photos and videos. E puts
What more? What else? Photos, videos, reading, so
okay.
reading or watching videos with subtitles, reading books or some free articles. People like to read articles, when you go to our website, random website, and just, stop to read in a few minutes. That is a very good habit. So now explain to me, why do you think that people should reading in English? Do you think that reading is an important process in an English journey?
Yeah, because this reading accents your vocabulary and help you remember our words. You need this because when you enjoy a conversation, this is important uh, thing.
Okay, but now explain to me how many time you think that will be enough for a person in order to practice, in order to get a better English or to read in English. How many time will be important to spend on it? Have you ever
Okay,
tried to do it? Have you ever thought about this?
okay. And I think this every day because you forget the you forget o que você está aprendendo, você esquece se
Yeah,
você não fizer todos os dias.
sometimes you forgot what you learn.
you forgot you learn some, you don't use the everyday.
Yeah, if you don't use, you lose. That's an English statement as well. So you
Yeah.
have to use every day. You have to practice every day. That's the way things works. And now, how many times, for instance, you were studying English for the latest like 5 months. How many time, how many months do you think a person needs to get fluent? What is your opinion about that?
Repeat, please.
How many time a person needs, how many months a person needs to get an English, at least an intermediate level? How many months, how much months, or how many months do you think that a person or a student will achieve the intermediate level from zero
Oh,
to
okay.
intermediate level?
Okay. And this so preciso
Yeah,
because
it's kind of
this,
hard to predict it. It's hard to predict it.
yeah, because these people's uh, so many times no interessante,
They are not interested. Yeah,
verdadeiramente true. É,
yeah.
isso, then
That makes
this,
hard. That
yeah,
can increase the time, that can
yeah,
increase the time. I totally agree. I couldn't agree more. Honestly, I already met so many people. They started study, they at the beginning they go well, but there's a difference between motivation to discipline. Which one do you
yeah,
think is better?
discipline.
Discipline.
Because
Okay.
this turn, yeah, you do every day. Don't forget this and don't preguiça para fazer isso.
Exactly. Laziness. Sometimes you felt
You need
laziness.
this, you do this. Muito
Exactly.
simple.
Even if you are not into because there will be persons that, like, for instance, can you go to the gym every day? Are you really able to go every day, like motivated?
Yeah.
Motivated, not, but maybe you're gonna be there, you will go because it's good, makes you good. So that's the reason you go to the gym, but not because we are so good at it. I love.
Motivation is a more emotional action. Contrast de algo que se faz realmente porque precisa
Yeah,
disso.
motivation is only a fiction. I think that motivation is passenger. Motivation will lose or will miss you in a matter of months, sometimes even even sooner than a month. Motivation
Ela é
wants,
exponencial, ela faz isso e isso.
yeah, even less than a month sometimes. That's the point. But people, they came to learn English. They think that English will be learned in like a month or something like that. And I would say that it's not like this. English takes
Yeah.
time, but it's good. It can be fun. We needed to find ways to have fun. Don't we?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, how can we learn English and having fun at the same time? Do you have any tip? How can we learn
Hum,
English and at the same time having fun? Because enjoy the process. That's the hard. People came like,
é,
I will read a book, and they go to the library and they catch a book like with 500 pages. They
uhum,
will never read that book because they
yeah.
are not used to do. That's the point. So sometimes we need to take to change it, our action. How about you? Tell me about a person. Have you ever met a person that starts studying English from zero and then they, overcome the obstacle and they finish like they learn it, really learn it. So have you ever met someone that does speak English and start from zero?
Ok. In my opinion, a principal motivation, initial start motivation, uh, you need think about one thing you interesting. Uh, that this don't forget used every day and you easy access for this and you understand this and, then you make more easy you learn English.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the point. I mean, there's no secret. I think that English is kind of a process. Everything in your life, there will be times when you'll be like exultant. You're gonna feel happy. You're gonna feel that you are doing right. But there will be other days that won't be feeling like that. You will be a little bit shy, a little bit, under the weather. I mean, not under the weather, but you're gonna be a little bit out of the mood. That's the best way to describe. But I'm sure if a person like you, Julio, I can tell you that properly, you are a winner. You came here from the beginning. You were studying English for a while. That's the reason you start studying English because you hired a private helper, a private coach, because you are seeking for your development. You are so committed with your development. But once you came, I remember that when you came here for the first time, I noticed that you have, you had a mood to English. English was connected with you already. So then, now it's just a question of practice and get comfortable with that. Not comfortable, I mean, leave our comfort zone, but getting a little bit more confident when you were speaking English.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you have to do now. So, yeah, I think that we did. First of all, thank you so much for accepting this invitation to record this video and to being posted on my channel. So, for the people who are watching us here, I'd like just to remind you guys, today is Julio here speaking English and learn and develop his English his English language. But in the next time, it could be you, could be anyone that who will be watching us. And of course, no one is perfect. No one will be 100%. Even neither I or other English students in Brazil or English teachers. I think that English is a process, an eternal one. English is like a life process. No one will
Yeah.
watch. There will be no day that will say, "Oh, I finished my English students." It's kind of,
Yeah.
it's not like a university. It's not like a graduation that you took 5 years and then you finish it. So English is kind of a life process. There will be always things to learn. So thank you so much, Julio. How was that for you? How was our today's conversation for you?
It's very good. It's very well because I learn more words and I development my speaking and listening. I learn more words and more things about other countries. It is so interesting for me.
And best of all, you practice it. You got more confidence than first when you first began. You are confident now, a little bit more, even like 10% more. It will be a good number rate, a good rate. 10% more. Oh, but it's not 10% more, Alex. I got 5% more confident than I've begun. Okay, it's already 5% that you get better. So that's the part,
Yeah.
Think positively.
1% every day, you
You
arrive at
got
that.
it. You got it. That's it. Thank you so much, Julio. It was now for today. I will finish here the recording session. And those who are watching this here, please let's let you know if you like it and if you'd like to be here as well in the future.